Are lightweights good now? It's a question that's been on my mind since I read the patch notes. Lightweights have been buffed in their speed and add to recovery, which is a massive buff. The fact they can just wait a little bit shorter and get their ACS train to be lowered is really important. For the first time, I feel like I'm not just getting stat checked. At least, not nearly as badly. Today I have for you a lightweight AC of my own design, the goal being to go as fast as possible with a very aggressive playstyle. It is equipped with dual Viento pistols, which do massive impact damage, a Traino to punish ACS overload, and a Pulse Buckler to parry strong attacks from my opponents. Lightweights are incredibly high skill in this game, and for the first time ever, they finally feel usable. If you like what you see, despite the shaky camera movement because my hands are silly, I'm live on Twitch Sunday through Friday at 10 a.m. CST. Now, enjoy the duels, my friends. Hello, everyone. Hopefully, you're all having a wonderful day. This is Post Commentary Striker right here, and I'm recording this right before the tournament, the No Bans tournament I'm doing on Sunday, which is today, if you're watching this day of uploading. And I'm really excited for it. I really hope the lightweights do well in that tournament. But anyway, I'm fighting against a more heavy, like a pretty heavy build. Not super heavy, but still pretty dang heavy. And see, lat's not super great here, which I want to start off this fight first, because I feel like it makes a good point. Even with really bad light when they're running even with really bad lat when they're running something like bazookas, you can make a lightweight build work. You just have to like be running something like the Pulse Buckler. The Pulse Buckler, I think, is a godsend for light builds, because as you can see right there, those Willies did not hit on my screen, and they immediately shot off the red shift, which did a ton of damage to me. But because I have the Pulse Buckler, I am, I'm not taking that much stagger damage from these bazookas, even if they like are hitting when they really should not. Hopefully we get those defender sides soon. From Software, if you're watching this, which I know you're not, would be awesome to see that be defender side in the future. And you see Terminal Armor actually coming in clutch here. Terminal Armor, I feel like, is really good for lightweights now. Like, it is kind of insane, especially on a lightweight that is all about closing the distance, like this one is. I find that Terminal Armor is really nice because you get down to 1 HP, you just stay on top of your opponent and get that damage and get that stagger as fast as possible with your dual Vientos, and then fire off your Traino, which is just fantastic. Like, Traino is really good for stagger damage here. I checked, and of all like the lighter weight options, it has the most direct hit damage, which is exactly what I wanted. And Trainos are just good for a long-range poke, which is exactly what I wanted them to be. As you hear, I'm not really playing super great. I'm getting staggered pretty well. They're going to fire for Bazooka right there. And you see it does actually hit me on their screen, meaning that I do take a decent amount of attitude supporting damage. And I actually definitely should have timed my stagger better there, because right now the AP difference is about normal, and I've already staggered I've staggered them once, and they haven't staggered me at all. That's kind of the issue with lightweights. I feel like you have to be running something like a laser dagger or a Traino or something like that. Oh, and look at that. See, I made one mistake and all my health is gone. Look at that. That's the issue with lightweights. I feel like these are going to be a lot better as time goes on and players get, stronger and stronger with the game. And look, they actually are running assault armor, which really fricked me over there. But you can see with the terminal armor, I was able to stay on top of them. And honestly, I was able to bridge the gap decently well. And then that javelin should not have hit. Good lord. Desperately needs to be defender side. Please, From Software. Lightweights are going to be struggling without that, because earshots are going to be really dangerous. Javelin Alpha is going to be really dangerous. Just any kind of bazooka is going to be really scary for lightweights, especially Morleys. I feel like Morleys are very slept upon by the community. I think Morleys are absolutely fantastic and really good at fighting against melee builds. Almost said melee builds, which is like, ugh, gross. Don't. That is not how you pronounce that word. Now we'll die on this hill. It is Smash Bros. Melee. That's what the announcer says. The announcer goes, melee! And that's what it is. It's Smash Bros. Melee. Anyway, I feel like Morleys are really good at shutting them down, because, like, let's say someone's coil oscillating or pulse blading towards you, you just fire off the Morley. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Boom. Shotgun explosion. It's like... Anyway, I should get the stagger here. I got my Trainos up, so I'm going to be doing the damage there, which is awesome. Trying to get away a little bit. I pop my Pulse Buckler just to make sure I can save some health, and I go above my opponent. It's actually really important. I kind of learned this later on. Going above your opponent with a lightweight is really strong. It is just like... You can chase me, right? Like, you can get close to me, stuff like that. Why the javelin off of that hit? That was weird as hell. Well, whatever. That's just attacker side netcode right there. Like, that should have definitely hit me. I should be at terminal armor now, but I'm just not, which is great for me. I'll take it. Anyway, I forget what I was saying. This is ADHD brain at its finest. But anyway, going above your opponent, I remember now. Going above your opponent's really important. And look at this. Again, terminal armor. Just saving my butt, because it activates immediately, which is really strong. Like, good lord. Terminal armor is awesome now. Highly recommend you run on your lightweight builds. It's awesome. This is Compass Rose. I met them at a random battle. They actually ended up joining the stream, which was really cool. And they're a really cool player. This match is just awesome. Again, I put it in the beginning because I know people are going to click off after a while. And I would desperately want to go see this match. Compass Rose is such a cool player. It was extremely fun to fight them. Wall Sector's a bit laggy for me, sadly. But besides that, the game is the game is prestigious. It's such a good game. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I will eventually finish this point, right? Look, I've got ADHD brain, and I'm just trying to have fun with a funny mech game. But going above your opponent, they're forced to look upwards, which a lot of things in this game can't really deal with super well. Like think of dual zims. Like if you try to shoot dual zims straight up, it's kind of hard. You know what I mean? If you're trying to pulse blade or do a melee attack towards me, it's kind of hard to pulse blade directly upwards. Like the only thing that really hit you is like a yo-yo, plasma thrower, can be pretty good at that. And then maybe like a Harris maybe could do it. Like as you can see that angle right there. But that power bunker is very, very scary here. Good lord. Anyway, I like Compass Rose's build here a lot. Like the Harris is such a cool weapon now. I definitely need to try it on a build. I wonder on Curtis Harris build. I think it'd be really fun. Just shuffling your rifles. But you can see the pulse buckler coming in clutch there. And oh, we got raw bunked. God, what a Chad. Good lord. My god. And we're going to try our best to make up this health deficit. We actually did end up doing it. But I had my Trinos up and I didn't use them. That's so unfortunate. I forgot about that. Man, my camera movements are so jerky. When I play lightweights, I get so nervous. I get so nervous and I'm jittering around because I'm trying to move fast as possible and look around. Oh my gosh. Only a madman can do that. I agree. Look at that. Good lord. But anyway, I hope you all having a wonderful day. The tournament hopefully is going well. If you're watching this, it should still be going. If you want to check me out on Twitch, should still be running the no bans tournament, which means you can bring whatever the heck you like. I'm excited to see what the new meta is, because honestly, I feel like Larbster is still really strong. That's double LRB, double LCS. I feel like that's gonna be still really strong. I think double Zim quad is gonna be really, really strong still, like with Coil Shield and Laser Drone, because Laser Drone didn't really get touched. Only the AP on Tetris got touched, not really the attitude ability, which is kind of interesting to me. I wonder why they decided to do that, because like the heavy quad leg still has a ton of attitude ability. And like the light one, you can get to like, you can get to pretty fast. So it feels like a lightweight Tetra might even be better here. And honestly, if I want to make this build even better, I just put on dual stun guns. Like, honestly. But I wanted to use Vientos, because Vientos are really fun, and I haven't made a video with those yet. If you're interested in a stun gun build, I actually have one of those on my channel as well. It's pretty good. I talk about system recovery being nerfed, or not being nerfed, being bugged, which thankfully was patched in, I believe, 1.02. Actually, I think it was 1.03, but anyway. Thankfully, system recovery was patched to be actually able to do something, which is great. But good lord, man. Stun guns are still really, really strong, even with the system recovery buffs across the board. I think they are definitely something to look at if you're running an event and you want to make sure not... Actually, I don't know. Stun guns are weird, because like they don't feel good enough to be meta-defining, but they feel good enough to be oppressive. Does that make sense? It's very, very strange. Stun guns are on a weird spot right now in the meta. But anyway, Compass Rose and I are just having a banger of a match here. I freaking love this player. This is awesome. I'm excited to play them again sometime. Just lightweight versus lightweight is such fun. Like it's so cool to watch, because it's all about movement. Which in a game, that is, a mech game, you kind of want it to be all about movement. The heavy versus heavy is also all about movement, but it's mostly all about like assault boost, not just like quick boosting and stuff like that. Because assault boost is so strong still. It's I believe it's now a 30% buff to kinetic damage, and not 30% buff to kinetic damage, 30% impact reduction. Man, the pulse bunker coming in clutch. They're parrying that pulse power bunker, because I definitely would have got hit by that, because that thing is attacker side, and I would not have been able to quick boost out of that in time for the ping to catch up there, or whatever you want to call it, like the latency. I don't really know the exact word for it. Anyway, this should be close to game, and there we go. Look at that. Terminal has been popped. Again, I love terminal armor on lightweights. I think it's super duper strong. Definitely run it if you decide to be a lightweight main like me. Actually, I'm more looking to be a... oh my god, they went for the Paul bunker. What a fucking Chad. Anyway, if you want to be a lightweight player, if you want to be a lightweight main, I definitely recommend running a pulse buckler and terminal armor. It's really, really strong. Everything else, you can just run whatever you want. But pulse buckler or coral shield, just some kind of shield, is really important for lightweights, because I feel like if someone's shooting a morley at you or an earshot at you and you're playing on like a decent lat or something like that, like, a decently bad connection, it's just gonna hit you, and you really don't want that to happen. Anyway, another reason I'm showing off, I'm not gonna get comments about this, like, I'm gonna title this video something like, are lightweights viable in Armored Core 6 or something like that, and I'm gonna show myself, doing best of threes. I will have some just, like, absolute obliteration matches coming up, But I really want to show you all the, like, the more close ones, because I feel like this playstyle is very volatile. Like, you either don't get hit at all, or you get obliterated in, like, one hit sequence. Like, it's kind of... It's really interesting. It's definitely what I want lightweights to be. Is they're really high skill, and they're really scary to run. But let's go right there. Look, the terminal armor pops, but I'm able to actually get the kill. That is insanity, dude. Like, terminal armor is so good. Because, like, that dagger combo, the thing is, if I had pulse armor, and I decided the pulse armor there, I would have died, because pulse armor would have come out enough. And if I had, on laser dagger builds, usually people run assault armor. So let's say that I had pulse armor and I popped it. They could react to me popping the pulse armor and assault armor me, and I just die. So it doesn't really matter. So with terminal armor, I am guaranteed to get out of a power bunker, of a pulse blade, of any kind of melee finisher, or any kind of range finisher, which is really strong. Because assault armor is just like the best way to deal with that. Like, if you're trying to do a laser dagger combo and people are just pulse armoring through it, run assault armor and just be like, actually no. Yeah, see, I actually back away there and pop my pulse buckler, which is really smart of me. But I'm going to take a ton of damage here because there's Auroras. Auroras are so crazy now, by the way. I love those things. Definitely need to try them in the video. It would be really fun. Got a cool Aurora Wooker build that Cross showed me. It's gonna be a fun time to use. Definitely going to shout them out when I use that, because they actually, they found that build and ran in one of my fight clubs. And then I ran it, and I completely forgot that they were running it first. And I was like, oh, huh? You ran this, what? And look, they have barely any AP left, because terminal armor, again, it gives you that comeback value now. Like, it's not just a meme anymore. Like, for those that don't know, in the actual tournament scene, because again, I am a caster for this game. I've run a few tournaments now. Or I'll be running a few tournaments now. I have my second one tomorrow. I guess today, when you're watching this. But I've casted a few tournaments, and I've watched a ton. And I've casted my own. I've ran my own. And usually people run pulse armor. Pulse armor is just like the default choice, because resetting your stagger is so important in this game. It's like, let's say I'm running a tank build, right? And I've got like 2,000 something attitude stability. Well, technically I have around 4,000, because when you get me close, I'm just gonna pulse armor. So, understand what I'm talking about? Pulse armor is so good for just resetting neutral and getting your opponent off you and resetting stagger. So if you're losing the stagger battle, which the game is usually based off of stagger, unless I guess you're running lightweight versus lightweight, like we are right now. Now AP actually matters, because I haven't been staggered once, and look at my AP. But if you're running stagger versus stagger, which is usually what happens with heavyweights, because your defenses are way too gosh darn high when it comes to heavyweights, so it becomes a stagger battle. Get those defenses down and get your direct hits off. Pulse armor is so important, because then you just have double attitude stability, basically, for the first encounter, which is really strong. People are in pulse armor to try to counteract that, especially when they're doing some sort of combo like laser dagger or twin blade. But honestly, like, pulse armor was just the default choice for every build before terminal armor got buffed, because terminal armor only lasted like, I think 3 seconds or maybe even 2, but now it's 5, so it's the exact same amount of time as pulse armor, which is really strong. Anyway, now we're fighting a chainsaw build. This is very scary for us, because again, we get staggered once with their close range, we die, we are dead, which is very spooky. I mean, that usually happens with chainsaw, but as a lightweight build, and this is more of a featherweight actually, because you just have so much like speed. This build is definitely as light as I can make it reasonably, and not, you know, sacrifice things or run it as a rat build, which is a missile bot build. That's as fast as humanly possible. That's what a rat is. That's some competitive lingo there. See, I'm just trying to like keep my distance here and try to make sure I do not get chainsawed, because again, if I get chainsawed, I'm dead. I don't have pulse armor to get out of the chainsaw, and even if I did, if they have assault armor, they could just assault armor me out of that. So if they hit me with that, I'm at 1 HP, I'm in terminal armor. That's a bad sign. I don't want that to happen. Definitely should shot my Traino there. I don't know why I was thinking. Probably was worried about actually just like getting away and getting my attitude stability to come back. But yeah, you can see I'm going above my opponent here. That's really important as a lightweight. I think you definitely need to go above your opponent, because again, they're running a Zimmerman. They can't shoot with a Zimmerman if I'm above them, which is really strong. So actually, I get some good information here. They're running pulse armor. So that means that I could actually like be more aggressive and not be afraid of assault armor. Assault armor, as you can probably guess, will stagger me instantly, and then assault armor can combo in the chainsaw. So someone just followed me on Twitch right now. Minorci? Something like that. Thanks for the follow. I'll make sure to pop that on screen. That's really funny. I actually had somebody, I had a test recording before this, where Toxic ZN followed. So I've got 2 followers that happened during this this editing session here. And man, Twitch has been doing so super duper well. Appreciate you all for that support. It's been absolutely wonderful. Definitely check me out on Twitch. I'm doing like 5 to 6 hour live streams every single day over there, except for Saturday. Saturday's for the boys. Like, I went to a Mongolian restaurant today, which was awesome. We went to just chilled in the mall for a bit. It was just wonderful, dude. Like, it's so fun just hanging out with friends. It feels so freeing now that I'm full time doing content creation. I can feel like I can just do whatever I want now. Like, as long as I have videos going out, as long as I make it to stream, I feel like I can just do whatever, which is so cool. Like, before I was like, oh, but I worked that day or something like that. Like, now I make my own schedule, which is really, really cool. And I thank you all for that support, letting me do this, because it is legitimately a dream come true. Speaking of dreams come true, I am getting dangerously close to a Sager, and he's right there. I need to be running away. Oh, no, okay, we're good. Good. Oh, my God, that was nervous. I didn't know if I won that, honestly. I recorded this yesterday, because, you know, Saturday, I don't stream Saturdays. Then we have Comprosos again, running their main build is what they told me. This is their build running dual LCS, which, again, LCS are definitely terrifying. We saw during the Biped's only tournament that I ran, where LCS, double LRB, called the Larbster. That's what the nickname for the build is. Just absolutely dominated. Like, it was insanity, which is crazy to me because the LCS actually got buffed. It got more ammo, which doesn't really matter a lot in PvP because you weren't really running out anyway. But it's still kind of crazy to me that they just like buffed a weapon that was, you know, seeing a lot of really good success. But then again, the game doesn't only revolve around PvP. People are still playing PvE, stuff like that. I got a few really funny comments on a few videos being like, oh great, now the game's ruined for PvE during the balance patch video. And it's like, how though? Like, how is, huh? Way more things are viable now for like challenge runs and just like, you know, new game pluses. Like, how are you complaining because dual Zimmerman, dual Stun Needle got nerfed? Like, sorry, I guess? Sorry, your crutch build got nerfed, and we have a really close game here. Both terminal armors getting popped at the same time. I am desperately trying to whittle theirs down, and there we go, the Viento. Extremely lucky shot. That was not skill at all. I just kind of shot there and prayed for the best, but good lord. I love it when two featherweights are fighting each other and terminal armor pops at the exact same time. It's so freaking hype. Like, you have no idea who's gonna win. It feels like a coin flip, but a coin flip with like skill involved. It's so freaking cool. God, I love this video game. Oh my god, dude. Hopefully you're as hype as I am for Armored Core 6, because good lord, man, I am still right in this high of hype. Like, I know Lords of the Fallen's coming out soon, and people are like, oh, you can play Lords of the Fallen, you can play Lords of the Fallen, because, like, well, you know, I'm a FromSoft guy. I used to play Elden Ring, and I play Armored Core 6, like, I'm still casting at Elden Ring tournaments, like, you know, like, are you gonna play Lords of the Fallen? I might. Like, I kind of like this game enough to just kind of stick with it for a while, especially since this patch is so gosh darn good. I also got MechWarrior 5. Someone was asking me if I was going to be experimenting with other mech games in the future. I'll put that comment on screen if I can find it. And I told him that I actually just bought MechWarrior 5, and I'm excited to play it. But good lord, you can see this, like, I am in danger here. Thankfully, I actually would get a lucky Traino off, the lucky Viento off and get that Traino going. And I have no terminal armor. They're on me. They're one LCS shot and I was gone. Look at my face, dude. I am popping off. Good lord, man. That is such a close game. I love terminal armor and how, like, exciting the games are because of it. Here's another good example of why the Pulse Buckler is so good. This guy's running Triple Bazooka. I believe it's double Morley, and it looks like a little gem or a Iridium, something like that. Don't really know the names of the small bazookas yet. I need to learn that. It's definitely going to be very important as a caster to learn that. And, like, I didn't have to worry about those because they were bad. So now I have to learn their names, which is you know, unfortunate, but you know, it happens. That's just some BS kind of stuff. Anyway, as you can see, I am dodging these, which means our lat's not actually that bad as I thought it was. The pulse buckler again is really, really important. Just hearing that beep 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 and popping the pulse armor, like you see, I actually got hit there, but I didn't take that much damage because I had the pulse buckler online. Look, we were just doing major damage to them back. Actually running out of energy. That was a mistake on my part because I'm running Hakushi Gen, which punishes you pretty darn badly for redlining. Man, I love Hakushi Gen. It's just so fun. Like, the buff to it made it basically the only gen I'm going to be running for a long, long time. And boop, boop, and gone. Good lord, man. This build is such a rush to play. Like, I really hope you all enjoy it. It's going to be very, very fun to watch y'all. Just to play the build. Like, it's such a... Dude, this game is so cool. Like, I geek out with this game all the time. It's like, in the shower earlier when I got home, hanging out with one of my friends, I was thinking that, like, you know what I get to do tomorrow? I get to host a tournament for a fucking awesome community, and I get to just play my favorite game. Like, it's so cool. Like, that's what I get to do tomorrow. I get to host a tournament for a fucking incredible community. It's just awesome. As you can see, like, the cool oscillator went off there, and it actually connected with me because it did attacker side net code. And, you know, it was out of range, but on their screen it hit, so I took a lot of damage. But because of the pulse buckler, I did not get stunned, meaning I didn't die to double Morley or, you know, Little Gem or Iridium, where the heck they're running. But I did not die because pulse buckler. See, there, if I had pulse buckler up, I could have avoided this entire sequence, and I would have kept my terminal armor. Because I wouldn't have gotten stunned by the cool oscillator. But here, look, again, terminal armor, I'm fast enough, I can just chase them down. Like, they're so close away from me, it doesn't matter. Like, that, yeah, they weren't running Buizel, yeah, they weren't running, like, an optimal build, but you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. If you have terminal armor and terminal armor pops, you can just chase them, because you're so fast. I mean, you have that comeback value, which is just so good now. Because terminal armor, again, it activates instantly. Where pulse armor, I'd have to, like, sit there and go, armor activate. Like, instead, I just go, oh, here we go. Time to chase you down and kill you. It's time to die. I don't know why I almost sound like Sonic there. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I know most of this art fighting is like bipeds, something like that, but mostly, like, I had 25 minutes of footage here. Mostly all I saw were bipeds. People seem to be getting bored of Tetris, which is very strange. Now, of course, I could fight chat and I could have them run a Tetra, but, like, it feels kind of weird putting chat into videos like this. Like, I mostly want to fight randos because, like, there is such a thing as a paid actor. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want anyone to let me win or try to make good content. Like, God, that was just me being blind, honestly. That's a freaking blind moment there. Ooh, see the invisible AA. Unfortunate. The invisible AA is going to screw me over pretty badly here. But let's see, can I actually get it? Oh, there's the stagger, and there's the dude! Terminal armor, the comeback potential, man. It's so good. You know what? That's the thumbnail. That's the thumbnail. Terminal armor is the freaking, like, that's gonna be in the thumbnail. Terminal armor good now, question mark. Like that, bro. It's so good. It's so good. I got a comment on a recent video talking about they asked why they buffed terminal armor because that's all anybody ever ran, which was really weird to me because you never saw terminal armor. Like, maybe during week 1, maybe even like a few, like day 1, day 2, people were like, oh, it's Tears of Denial, but like in Armored Core, that's neat. But honestly, nobody ran that. Like, nobody, like, once people found out that Pulse Armor, like, reset stagger and, like, what the meta was of, like, the stagger battles, like, trying to get the opponent staggered before you got staggered, like, everyone was running, Pulse Armor. Oh, I blocked it. I forgot about this clip. Oh my god, dude. I blocked the Assault Armor with Pulse Buckler. If that doesn't show you how good Pulse Buckler is, I don't know what will. Oh my god, man. That is nasty. That is nasty. I blocked the freaking... I blocked the Assault Armor, bro. That's so cool. Oh my gosh. I love this game, dude. I love this game so much. Good lord, dude. Like, what other game? What other game can you have your opponent explode and you parry it? Like, you can't do that in Souls. They can do some really dumb stuff, like with an Ash of War, and you can parry that. Like, you can parry some really dumb Ash of War. Let me try to think of an example. Can't parry Lion's Claw, I don't think. You can parry like Holy Ground and stuff like that, which is really neat in Elden Ring. Like, the fact that you can parry Holy Ground and Earthshaker is so dumb, by the way. Like, why can you do that? And yeah, I mean, I am running Pulse Buckler here. Well, of course I'm running Pulse Buckler. That was like the whole video. But the Pulse Buckler is really helping against the Pulse Blade, because I see them running at me with the melee. I'm like, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot. And I just go, actually, nah, I don't care about your Pulse Blade. Go away. Which is really funny. And they're gone. Look at that. Extremely explosive match. Good lord. And again, sorry about the camera here, because like I'm very jittery when I play lightweights. Like, I really am. I might pick up controller just for that reason, but like controller is so much worse when it comes to like soft lock, like really good soft lock movement. Like, the game feels so good on controller, not controller, mouse and keyboard. Like, it's just absolutely wonderful. But see, look, the Pulse Blade just did nothing to me. Because I was smart, and I popped my my Pulse Buckler. Now, I really should not... You know, I said I was smart, but I missed my Tyrannos there really badly. That's a huge problem, because, like, that's 2,500 damage that I just missed out on. For no reason at all. But see, look, again, they just have to respect my Pulse Buckler. That was a good kick, though. Good kick. Because now I had to, like, really respect them. Again, why am I forgetting about my Tyrannos? What am I doing? This must have been late into the stream why I got tired. Because lightweights take, like, 200% of your brain power, dude. Like, it takes a lot. Like, I saw the hairs. I should have just, you know, blocked it, but I didn't, unfortunately. But man, this build is just so fun. And again, you can make it better. Like, you can run Stun Needle instead, or Stun Guns instead. But honestly, Vientos are just so fun. Like, I'm working on the Swordboard 3.0 video, and I have Viento on that, and man, Viento is so good, dude. Like, Viento is awesome. That is a very slept on weapon. That is like a crazy good weapon. Might even be like S tier. Like, I can see it winning a tournament kind of S tier. You know what I mean? I definitely need to make a tier list video. I want to get together with like a really good top player and make a tier list video. I think that'd be really, really fun. I wonder if I rank everything. Do I rank everything? Because I found a tier list recently that had like literally everything on it. But I feel like it's better to just make separate videos. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. If you made it this far, one, thank you, appreciate it. Because this is like 28 minutes into the video, and that's insane to me. But again, like, do I make like a parts tier list? Because that could be kind of interesting. Maybe I make like a... I mean, like, I couldn't make an assault, like an expansion tier list, because that just doesn't make much sense. Like, you run expansions for different things. Like, that's super contextual to your build. Like, Pulse Armor is the best one, but if you're running Laser Dagger, why the hell are you running Pulse Armor? You understand what I mean? If you're running a really, like, defensive build, why are you running Assault Armor? Like, it's just whatever fits your build. But, like, weapons could be really fun. Like, ARs could be a fun tier list. Honestly, I might just rank, because, like, I did the melee weapons just so I could rank them in, like, the context of, like, hey, I want a melee weapon. So, if I were to rank stuff individually, that could be really fun. Like a missile tier list and stuff like that. That could be really neat. I think I might do that instead. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. And again, if you're watching this day of release, I might be still live on Twitch with the probably maybe even grand finals of the No Bans tournament. It's a lot smaller turnout because I decided to announce the tournament. Well, I mean, Bandai announced the patch on Thursday. Like, I want to do a patch. I want to do a tournament that weekend. Like, I only had a few days to prepare, right? Wasn't really able to get the word out to a lot of people. But, you know, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And, good lord, dude. I absolutely love this build. I gotta bring it out more often. It's so freaking cool. Anyway, thank you all for the kind words about me going full-time and about me just, like, my content in general. A lot of people have just showed a lot of support. Hope you all have a wonderful day. And just enjoy life. Like, honestly. Just have a good life, you know?